How's it going, everybody? It's me, it's RDV. I'm back here again for Thursday night for the best of the week. And also joined is my lovely guest, the Geek Easy. Welcome back, sir. And then we also have Eric Breen as well.
No.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Something's crashing over there.
No, that was my reminder that the show was starting.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I hit remind me, and it just reminded me that the show started.
You know, I'm glad that YouTube's reminding you. That's normally not the case.
It's the only person aside from the bill people to send me mail.
Yep. All right. So, I know Marania shared this out on my Twitter, but I don't see her in the chat. So I guess I'll make myself full screen. I'll just get this going here. I guess they'll come in when they're ready to talk. All right. So I was happy. Last week, everybody knows I did not get my Conan book last week. They got the covers in today, so I was actually kind of glad they actually pick up. Even though I already read it online, I'm just happy to be able to actually, not have to track it down and pay like $8 for shipping on eBay. So,
good old eBay.
You're right. Yeah. So, okay. All right. So then, my number 8 for this week is a book that it started off strong and it's starting to go the way of Tom King a little bit. Not as bad as Tom King, but it's getting there with Jed McKay. Jed McKay is becoming Mid McKay in this book.
I don't want to say I told you so, but
Breen,
here, let me say it for you. He told you so.
I didn't have to.
Oh,
it's just
okay.
implied now. If it's
okay, sorry.
Oh. So I like to be optimistic. Okay. I also like to throw away my money too.
You are adept at both.
Right. Sorry. So this is issue number 7. As we were reviewing last issue, apparently there was a 7-year or 7,000-year war or whatever, or 5,000-year war, and before Stephen Strange died, basically he was part of that war, and the Vishanti, they basically erased his memory, took that part of him, locked away in this crystal. So when Stephen died, that basically entity was able to break free and basically murder these other sorcerers, the different realms. And he wants to continue the war, and he wants his wife Clea to join him. So now it's basically like, for those who remember the What If or Disney did this year or the last year. What if the good Doctor Strange versus the evil Doctor Strange, or just the Doctor Strange? Was it? That's not Multiverse Madness. Doctor Strange. Yeah, that would be awesome. Multiverse of Madness. So basically, yeah, it's nothing that has been done before. Honestly, it's only the second issue into the storyline, but it's news fest for me.
Did you say a 5,000-year war?
5,000-year war.
Is Scott Snyder co-writing this?
But yeah. The art is very it's cartoonish, and it's getting more cartoonish as it goes through. But don't worry though, Spider-Man's returning, because everyone asked for that crap. But,
is that the one where Doc Ock is Spider-Man?
Superior Spider-Man, yeah. It's Dan Slott. Dan Slott returning back to basically to try and milk out the same shit he did before 5 years ago.
Not Dan Slott. Not Marvel.
I think at this point I would have Ron Mars working on it than versus Dan Slott. No, but anyway, I give it a 3 out of 5. It's not offensive, but it's also not that great. It's barely. If I could be nice, I'd be a 3.5 maybe. If we're doing the frugal method.
No, if you're frugal, it'd be a 6.8936-BR5490210.
It's a 3 point meh. Whereas
And if the captain has a problem with that, he can come on and tell me.
he has the link.
That's right.
Basically, I'm just saying it's.
Uh-oh.
Hey, who's that? Who's that? Guy in the right-hand corner.
The guy in the red hat, I still haven't identified him yet.
He's as well known as the other guy now. No one.
So who's the guy? Who's the guy in the main picture?
A guy named Wardlow. The guy in the middle is MJF. He's the biggest thing.
Oh, okay.
But the Wardlow is a guy that just seems to have been forgotten.
Wardlow. I'm not sure he's. Wait, no, he's not. I got confused with Big Bill.
See, he's trying to pull off the old Heart Foundation look with those big pants, and it's not working.
Maybe AEW can't tell them apart anymore either.
No.
Wardlow's a freak. I mean, he can. Yeah, I said he's strong, legitimately stronger than Claudio Castagnoli.
Yep. All right. So my number 7 of the week is a book that we kind of talked about today, Breen. Heat Seeker. Literally becoming a book where everyone is turning into lesbians. There's not really much action. It's just basic in the points where
I don't want to say I told you so, but that
Breen,
time I did.
Yeah. It's a shame though, because I don't care that they're lesbians. What I care is about that's all the story is just lesbians.
Right.
There's nothing other. There's no story.
It's everybody but the lesbians are stupid, bad, and yeah.
So basically, this girl, explain the story so far. This girl at the cover here, her job is that she can appear as anybody and help people basically fake their own death so they can escape for a price. And she did that to the main characters. Help them leave. Get a little bit of feedback on your mic, Geek Easy. There you go. Sound like an aquarium here in the bubble. Once in a while, go boop.
I was waiting for the Meg to bust in.
Basically, it is basically, So her job was to hide the main stars from the very first series, and she did that. But then there's an assassin that's hunting them down. She got away, so now the assassin comes after her. And at the end of this, we're on book 3. That assassin comes face to face with her, and then they have sex. The end. That's it. That's pretty much it. Because
she's a lesbian.
Well, hey, with those.
See, real quick. See, pause. There you go.
With her lungs, I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of singing with her, if you understand what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So
and as we've talked before, it's a shame because this guy can write.
Yeah,
but I think he's a better novelist than a comic book writer. And I think this is almost like a fetish / fantasy for him.
I think it might be because now he can actually have them be not on screen, but are actually on print. But the art isn't bad though. Like I said, I like these. What's the art here?
No, it's not. The art isn't bad. It's
just the story needs to be better though. That's the thing.
Well, like we talked about before, this is my last miniseries in this franchise. I'm done.
It's just getting to the point where I don't understand. I don't know. It's just it's. I'm just waiting for someone to have blue hair.
The only thing that I like about this series, and it's not enough to keep buying it. The logo, the corner box and the logo, because they resemble the hard case crime paperback novels.
Yep.
What they should do, and they've done it on some of the comics, is go to those pulp style covers.
Yeah.
And because I think I looked into out of the 76.5 variants, I don't think any of them were on this one.
Yeah, this is a cover A, and cover A looks like doesn't look pulp. It looks more like a manga.
No, none of them did. That's the problem. I said it's just and there's just
And here's the other problem here. This works with the original series, but not to find it. You can't keep using the same thing over and over because
it's the same three things over because obviously
there's no one, and they haven't read it since then.
Well, I agree with Dwayne. I couldn't turn these pages fast enough to get done with it.
Yeah, like I said, I mean,
it's all a matter of how you say it. It's like when the doctor asked me how much I drank, and I said 1. She assumed I meant beer. I meant
like,
fifth.
Yes.
You know.
Like I said, if you're gonna write a smut book, label lesbian lovers.
By the way, those 3 people on the back, I said Max Allan Collins and Dwayne Swerzinski.
Yeah.
Both, well, obviously everybody knows Max Allan Collins is a hell of a novelist. Dwayne Swerzinski is also a great novelist, and look up some of his work. Anybody that's interested in this kind of stuff as a novel minus the statistically impossible amount of lesbians.
Like I said, it should be called Heat-Seeking Lesbians.
Yeah.
Why not just do that? And have Greg Rucka come in.
No, they're not the kind of lesbians that Greg Rucka approves of. So
all right, my number 6 for this week. And this is basically the horror beneath. This is Pat Shan. And there is a Pellegrini, but it's not marked working on here.
What was the title again? You froze. I think we missed the first half of the title, I think. Okay, Van Helsing. I thought so.
Well, Peter Cushing has changed a lot.
This is actually Liesel Van Helsing, the daughter of Abraham, the great-granddaughter. All right, so this is good. Well, they have 3 different artists. Hakan Aiden does the first couple bunch, and then you have Duala, Pellegrini, and then Grosetta. So it looks like you have 3 different artists on this. Basically, the story is how Liesel, Van Helsing, and then Julie Jekyll know each other. Both are descendants of their line, and continuing from the past story, where Julie was while in her hide form, she was attacked by this shifter beast, and it infected her with venom. So what's happening is that every time she turns into her hide form, it's basically killing off her the Julie form, the human form. And Liesel's been basically trying to cure her, and it's the point where she says, like, you're gonna have to I give you. She came up with a cure for immortality, but it's gonna kill off the hide form and only leaves the Jekyll. And both are kind of like get a little short little reminiscence of basically a recap of how they came across, how they first met each other, how originally when Julie Jekyll, because had no idea that her great-grandfather was a Hyde and stuff. She, so because in this world they don't. It's not like real Earth. It's basically it's fantasy stuff. So they don't. The name Jekyll isn't like it was associated with Hyde or with Jack the Ripper. So, but at the end, Julie and Julia basically leaves, runs away. You get some pretty decent art here though.
Zenescope always has really good.
Not always. I have seen their Grimm Fairytale main cover, their main art, and it sucks. But that's her hide form when she knows it. But it's really hit or miss depending on what book and who the artist is. But obviously, I love the fact that the writer remembered that Liesel is basically British. She uses the terms like wanker and all that stuff, cliche stuff. Basically, she's in this couple of flashbacks. She's very, very much British compared to her Americanized version that she is now. But overall, so Enrico Tamaki would be happy because there's food in this. Because what happened when she originally met Julia was attacked in a parking lot outside her lab, and Liesel killed the vampires, then took her to the diner, and basically to help her calm down, bought her dessert, I guess. But
did they go off and have sex after that?
I'm still waiting for that issue. But
well, because I was say if they, if they did, they can get traded to what company makes Heat Seeker?
really,
You know what? You got to buy someone lunch. A meal before you take them out and do
Apparently
stuff.
not in the Heat Seeker universe. You just have to get a woman.
well, no. In the Heat Seeker universe, you have to be trying to kill that person.
I guess it's a fine line. They were right.
But what I really like this is the fact that Lisa, she still uses like steampunk technology. You know, she's not going up and using like
Who
desert.
was that Hulk on that page you just opened up to?
That's Julia Hyde.
Who last we saw in the last issue of Vampirella versus what is the series called now? Because she looks like
Her name was Crush. You're thinking of the girl.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
series is that? I can't even remember that. Is it Vampirella versus Superpower? No, that was the last one.
Vampirella.
What's going on now?
It's No, it is Vampirella versus Superpowers.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I think so. It is. Yeah. But like I said, this is
Sorry.
I just recently been getting into the Van Helsing stuff because they haven't really releasing a lot of Bell or Robin Hood or Red Agent, so I've been kind of like looking for another one to just dive into. And sometimes you get good art, and sometimes you get mid stories. But overall, I've been learning that sometimes it's a lot better than Marvel. Most time, actually, say DC. But
That's a low bar.
not really.
Better than Marvel.
But the funny thing is, there is a vampire that comes in here, attacks her, and for a second there, it kind of looks like Vampirella. The bang stuff. Where the page I was going to show it. I think it's. Yeah. Like this is the preview for the next series. And I love that, like I said, they always tell you what's coming up. So I know people don't really like virtual cons, people actually go to Comic Cons, but Xenoscope is basically he's always doing live streams. They talk about their books every Wednesday. They have a 2-hour live stream and they show off the books. And then they have these cons here. They actually have people that actually have open bidding, so people can bid on books or special things if they want to.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would get nothing out of a virtual con because I go there for one reason. It's not to sit through panels, and you can't rummage through long boxes virtually. So you can, but
So I'm looking at this. There's a box set for the Van Helsing stuff. Chuck Dixon's had one story in there too. It's a 9 graphic novel.
He's written a lot for Zenoscope.
So these are alternate covers, Ian.
We actually have a con coming up in April, which I already have tickets for, and they just announced 2 people so far.
Well, nice.
One of them is a voice actor for anime, which I've never heard of, and then today they announced Claudia Christian.
Claudia Christian.
Ivanova from Babylon 5.
Is that the chick from Maximum Risk?
I don't know. She was in the hidden. Look.
Who was? Or am I thinking of a different one? I'm thinking of a different girl. The girl that was with Jean-Claude Van Damme when they went down to battle against.
No, that's Clancy Brown.
Okay, Clancy.
Is Babylon 5 that show that people that don't know better think is really good sci-fi?
The people that know better think it's very good sci-fi. I think you're confused.
I heard about it, and then I watched, and then I realized I'd rather just go watch Wing Commander.
I started watching that, and I said, "Wait a second, there's got to be something better to do." Yeah. So I started hitting myself in the hand with a hammer. So.
See, I didn't go to the extreme.
Wow.
I didn't go to the extreme. What I did is I started watching Miami Vice on Tubi TV.
I saw that. Al Bundy, gangster.
Yep, gangster.
Yep, Al Bundy.
Episode 3.
He was
Phil Collins is a criminal.
He played the character that Gene Hackman played in The French Connection. Popeye Doyle or something?
Yeah.
Who'd have thought that he'd end up being a 2 different characters for over 10 years in sitcoms.
Right. All right.
And you do know that he
was actually on there once too.
He was in the last round of cuts on the 1969 Steelers. You knew that, didn't you?
Yep.
Did you also won 4 football games? Actually, no, he won the state championship with 4.
No, in real life, that he was a football player. Yeah. So that's why they put that in the show. And he hurt his knee and didn't make the Steelers. I think that led to him being cut, and that's how he ended up going into acting.
Oh, great! Don't let Michael Cole know that.
Don't let who?
Michael Cole. Remember, he's got that knee injury. Oh. All right. Number 5 this week is Moon Knight. This is the newest issue, number 27. They go basically it's continuing the search for Black Spectre. We get to see them go into this criminal's psyche, Hunter Moon, and while they're inside the guy's memory, there's serial killers, who basically has the power to basically control you by sweat. If you get a sweat on you, he's able to telepathically control you. So what do? They drink a concoction that's basically comprised of his sweat. I'm like, oh, this is Jackass. Gross. Anyway, so while they're in there, you get to see Jake and Steven still. And I thought it was kind of funny because Hunter's Moon is like, why are they in this? It's like, well, he's like, well, I have personalities too. Why would they not show up inside somebody's mind? So basically, they're trying to track down information. Because Moon Knight noticed that every one of my villains have come back now to haunt, try and fight me, except for this one. This one's still here, and he's not talking. So basically, the guys up to because when Moon Knight went against him the first time, the guy tried to go into Moon Knight's mind, but Moon Knight's mind is so messed up that it caused the guy to go into a feedback and go into a coma state. Yeah, so here's some more of the art here. So Hunter Moon's been having his own thing going on too. He's been having the past versions of Fist Khonshu, basically trying to take over his body and control him, fight for control. So while we're inside the psyche, he decided to basically call him in for backup. So that was kind of cool. So the artwork's pretty good. Considering we're coming back into after that horrible annual, which had nothing to do with the series. Yeah, it's kind of a weak kind of start. It's like you have spring break. The TV show comes back in. No, now they're back for spring break. It's like, yeah, this was a filler episode that should have been before the break. So, Zach would probably say, "Oh, how dare you? It's better than that." But, all right. You done yet?
Sorry.
Take them all.
Ibuprofen. Nothing good will happen.
You might be quiet. Hey.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're making me want to watch some Babylon 5.
Wow. On that note, no, I'm just kidding.
Number 4 is Sheena with the jungle. Final exams, I guess. I guess it's fatal exams, but
Heard of both of those.
Yeah. So is she. Exceptional art on here, and then the interior of her is also by the main cover artist. So they show you the interior art. I was like, dang, it's still life art. So basically, I all I knew going into this is that she went to some reform school. She's supposed to there to learning stuff, and only to find out she's just there because she's undercover because so something's been happening inside this jungle and basically she's just basically there to confront to figure out what's going on. So, and like I say, she looks. No, this is the artist's mistake. That's the teacher behind her. She shouldn't look like the teacher's daughter. The big old nose. The glasses.
I haven't noticed, but
yeah. Oh, it's like I look at the shape of her nose, and then you look at the teacher's nose.
No, you can see it now.
I can't unsee it when I first saw it. I was like, oh, oof, nose.
You should have found out and fixed it.
Gil Kane.
The editor.
Oh, yeah. I would have had Gil Kane fix it. So she turns up every see it.
It's too late for that.
I know. Anyway, it's she's basically she's sitting in front of the class, telling everybody, her life story, how she basically was raised in this village, they didn't have plumbing. She's like, oh, the teacher told me to take a joke, so that's my joke. We didn't have plumbing in the village, and well, what's going on while she's doing that, or she's having going to classes. These students are basically like hooked on this cult, thing. They're watching it, and then look at these crystals at the end, and the other. There's only one other girl basically who's kind of like a bully or kind of a snottish. She's not snottish, but she's always got a what you call it, like a slushy or something. She's always slurping on, and her and Sheena get along a little bit towards the end. But there's something going on with the cult thing. We don't know what it is, but all we know is that she's there undercover, and then she runs into these guys who are basically trying to take this soil sample. She pops up there, and I keep forgetting, how old is she supposed to be in this?
I think this is probably set in the earlier days of her adventures.
Yeah, because I'm like, is she 16 or something like that?
Nah, probably. I'm guessing early 20s, but can pass for me. Kind of like you got 30-year-old actresses playing high school kids in CW shows.
Okay, yeah, okay, I can see that. And
you only see the crow's feet when they smile.
Yeah.
Well, basically, because the guys attack her, and this was kind of horrifying. This guy literally gets mauled by the panther in the corner there. That is, ugh. That you think the thing's going right in the skull. These guys, there's no way. She basically kills all the people. She comes back in. We get to see the kids, or looking at the cult thing on the video. It's just really weird. So I guess that's going to come back in the next volume. But as that's going on, we're slowly being introduced to her other companions. I forgot what the guy in the blank is, but Ransom is the guy. Basically, he's one of her. I think he's a bodyguard. I think, I'm not sure. I can't remember what his role is, but at the end, you got the girls here basically like, oh, we got these pendants in the mail, and yeah, now they're glowing. They're turning into zombies or something.
Maybe they got them from Silver Shamrock.
Maybe, I don't know, but and then I keep seeing this Alice Cooper. It's gonna come out soon, but October, yeah. When hell comes to earth, there's only one rocker who can upstage the devil, Alice Cooper. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's been canceled. So we have
I wonder if that book will even go out though. And then the other series I've been reading for, as I said, has been this Red Sonja series. Torn Grombuck. She's the one that took over for Donny Cates on Thor. Never on Thor, but her and Walter Giovanni have been doing this, and it's been a really good book. It feels like the 1995.
I'm contractually obligated to mention every time her name comes up. She's the one that wrote the Captain Marvel annual. It's the only Captain Marvel Carol Danvers story I've ever thought was good.
Yep. And
when Marvel asked her to do a series, she said, "Can I just write a character and not a girl power?" And they said no.
Yeah.
So she can write.
All right.
Who is that? She's Torn Gromback.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
she's also a friend of the editor of Sheena.
Her Thor. I mean, it wasn't great, but her Thor books were entertaining.
I tell you. Yeah, I was just talking about the Red Sonja she's been working on with Walter Giovanni. Walter Giovanni worked on Red Sonja before, I'll say Gail Simone wrote it. I think it was an 80 issue series.
Yeah, I think
one of the longest ones they had for Dynamite.
It was after 1995.
2005, I think.
I think 2005. Yeah, because I remember
Yeah.
A collection we bought a couple months ago had all of those in it
Nice.
with all the variants. The problem is they were in like 15 different boxes. So by the time I figured that out, I'd already parsed them all out. I could have put a set together.
Nice. Yeah. So, all right. So my number 3 for this week is Shazam. The ship is bananas. As I said in the top 5, you're basically going to be getting what you see on the cover here. It's not like a serious Shazam. This is more like the movie version, but they de-aged the character. So he's no longer like a senior. He's more, or not a junior. He's more like a freshman, I guess, or sophomore. Or it doesn't really make a difference. So he's anyway. But Freddy was confronted and kidnapped by the gods here in the last issue. So now they pretty much want to use Freddy as a spy, and they basically want him to get Billy to call on the power of Shazam. That way they can control Billy, make him do what they want. What do they want to do? And I do love this stuff because for those who know Billy basically has been kind of like had a Captain Marvel page in the original series. I believe in the Charlton series, wasn't it? Or the DC when he first came over. So basically, he created a website, but after all the crap he quickly tried, he panicked and he created a Metamorpho homepage instead. And people are like, "What the hell is going on here?" Unsubscribe, all that stuff. That was kind of funny. I was like, Metamorpho. I was like, oh, that's gonna quickly pop up here. And this is the other thing that's going on too is that because Billy doesn't want to use his powers, he's ended up running into where he sees a kid being bullied. He goes over there and he stands up to them, and they kind of shove him down. And he's just kind of like, "Man, I hate this. Before I could just call him apart Shazam and just kick the crap out of him." And he recalls the fight he had with Solomon Grundy. Back he said, when I'm Billy, I'm usually I'm awesome. But then something happens in his dream. He's dreaming and he basically punches the head off Grundy. He's basically having a nightmare. And I'm like, oh dear God, please let's not go back to nightmares. We just suffered through that for about a month, almost 2 months actually. That's what it felt like. And it's revealed that the only person that basically can use the power of Shazam right now is Mary Marvel because she gets it from a different the female gods. I think, right?
That's what you told me.
I think so.
It's because she's a girl and girl power.
Whatever. Overall, though, basically something keeps happening, and they're going to try to force a way to get Billy to use the powers, which he ends up doing. He ends up taking these gorillas that were basically on a tour bus, and the tour bus was crashed because one of the gods basically caused the tire to blow out, and he takes them flies them over to basically Gorilla City. So, like I said, you're getting exceptional Dan Moore art on this too. But all right. So anyway, Zach's favorite part right here.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
Oh, I thought for a second you were talking about the new Batman series with the villain Crytoon. And yes, that's exactly what he is. He cries as he's committing crimes. And he looks like a cartoon character.
This one, Gargoyle?
Is that a Black Label one?
Yeah, it's Raphael Grandpa.
Yep, I think it is.
Oh, I don't know.
Gargoyle? Wow.
I just know that Raphael Grandpa did some work on, I believe it was the Keanu Reeves one, Berserker, right? Didn't he do some covers?
Did he? I don't know. I haven't been reading Berserker.
Anyway, that is as I like those whenever I see this guy, the dinosaur, I think it's basically he's the auditor. He's the authenticator. Dalton. This little top hat. I can't see it. I'm trying to see it. The auditor, authenticator. It's so close. Dive! Sorry. You heard the feedback again. Am I the only one hearing it?
No. As I say, yeah, Undead. For some reason, we didn't get issue 9. I had to order that from my comic shop, so I can't read 10 until I get 9 in.
Yep. So, yep. Billy ends up going to the moon at the end of this, and then we get look, another Wonder Woman thing. Yay! And I won't reveal the last page because I'll let you guys look at that. I showed everything else, but you guys can see the last page for you guys. Number 2 is Just Society of America. Very, very, very fun book. Basically bring all the kids back into each other. We get a heartwarming reunion between Judy and Jay. As soon as he sees her, he remembers everything. And as Stargirl Courtney learns that not everybody has family waiting for them. It's been so many years, so many decades for some of them, so that their parents are pretty much dead. But other ones who can't accept it, like there was the one girl, I forgot her name is. She's like a witch. She's cursed to Salem.
Salem.
Is that her name? Or Salem? She's upset because Kent Nelson isn't there. Pretty much, and then and this other is basically. There was a line she says in here about because there's been other which one, Dr. Fate since then, and she kind of he reveals the kid reminded over the years, and even his wife, Ken Nelson's wife, and I was like, and I love she says wait, he actually married that drip, making fun of Kent Nelson's late wife becoming being I got to check on that, but other than that, though, like I said, the art in this has just been fun. We get to see the new Dr. Midnight, who's been helping one of the girls. Wildcat shows up in this. It is
Ted
just
Grant, baby!
I know, right? It's like I haven't seen him in the book yet. Like I said, awesome art in this.
I feel like I like this artist more than the one they've had on the past several books.
Yeah,
Jannon. He's all right, but I like this guy better.
Of course, now we have another well, I guess not a legacy. You steal John meets John. Is that how this goes? Yeah. But
is this written by Jeff Johns?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Sure. Yep. And even though I like about Johns, he's like, oh, look, it's Alan Scott. Let's show Alan Scott holding another guy's hand. He doesn't do that crap. If this was written by Megan Fitzmartin, Alan would be making out with another dude in front of everybody else. That's how the plot would be, just holding hands, And you don't see any of that. You don't see anything that's pro gay or straight in this.
No, it said whenever a character's sexuality is retconned,
the
best you can hope for, the better writers will ignore it.
And that's what seems to be happening
and
so
that's
far.
what Jeff Johns does.
What's his name? The guy, who is he? The guy writing for Blade, Brian Edward Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Best part of the book.
What does he, what character does he?
Blade. He's not including any of Blade's daughter in his...
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, he mentioned her. Yeah, he's not just talking.
He mentions her, but it's like he's not.
So his daughter did turn out to be a lesbian?
Who? Blades?
Yeah.
Blades?
I don't know. I don't read that shit.
Well, that's what. Yeah, well, I figured that's why he brought it up, since we were
Brian. No, because his ex-girlfriend has.
Yeah.
Is that and Blade's ex-girlfriend, Chinese girlfriend or Korean? I can't remember which it is, but Japanese. I think it was. And asked like, oh, I thought you have a daughter now. It's like, what are you doing here? He's like, well, she's going on her own path. Basically, realizing
he said he wasn't going to do stuff. Yeah, because I said it was a terrible series by a terrible writer, and no one cares.
Yep.
And he basically said, I'm not gonna touch that nonsense.
So these are the new characters now, and they're gonna have the Young Justice Society. I love it.
Yeah, I'll say one thing, and I know this is probably just me being a dick, but Yeah,
Don't say it then.
No, I'm going to say it. We don't need. We don't need body positive, kid hero.
Oh, leave Ladybug alone. She had it rough in this issue.
Why? Did someone close the buffet early?
Her parents are dead, man.
Well,
All the parents are dead. The rest of them didn't eat themselves into oblivion either.
So we got these two talking here, and I gotta say it's the best I've seen of Power Girl in a while.
The jacket don't look so bad in that picture.
When they actually draw the curves right and everything, and she's not talking about her problems or being going in other people's minds and doing psychotherapy. If I wanted that, I would just read a Jean Grey comic and have watching her just turn everybody gay. But,
well, that's the best. That's what Jean Grey does: is go into people's minds and turn them gay.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm thinking Ladybug because she's a former sidekick. Maybe she'll be the lady from the other Justice Society. Remember the one, the one they had the
Ma
Uncle.
A little young to be a
she'll be
Ma.
Well, she likes food. Maybe she'll start cooking for the other kids.
They won't get any of it.
I'm not gonna laugh at that. I refuse to laugh at that.
Yeah. Her name is Rosabelle. I'm like, how close is that to Roseanne? Or not Roseanne, but Rosie O'Donnell. Rosabelle. Anyway, but apparently this kid, she has two. She has Red Bee, and then she has Michael. So apparently the other one appeared in another series recently. Was it maybe one of the Nightmares? I think it was. I can't remember. But somehow the bees are still that same. Those two bees that she had when she was all these decades ago. That bee's still alive. We don't know why, but all right. Number one book of the week, though. And good answer. I don't know. I don't read that shit. Well, it comes the Marvel Blade series. It's like I won't read the Crush series from DC. I don't give a shit about the local.
You are reading the Marvel Blade series. You read the
No, the other one, the daughter one.
Oh,
she had her own book out.
Okay.
Yeah, I ignored that crap, dude. That's the first Blade I picked up since the very, very early 2000s.
Gotcha.
All right, number one book of the week, Zach. And you're probably disappointed in me.
Probably. But how disappointed? I'm kind of shocked more than disappointed. Is it that good?
It's Frank Thierry writing this. You're getting basically it's basically, I told you before, it's Jack Sparrow on death row telling the story about Godzilla, and then this other dude comes in and basically says he's like what did he say his name? Queen's chief advisor. Basically, and he's basically finds out he wants this pirate to basically tell him the story, because for a long while he believes that the Queen Elizabeth has been part of this cult that worships monsters, and so as this what's his name called? I forget his name was ready again, but pirate basically tells you how they used to worship them, different cults, and or keep it secrets, here they are. Here's Eyes Wide Shut.
That is the okay, sure.
Well, no. Well, I'm just saying the robe thing. It's my first thing I go to is the Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
movie.
I was about to say it's like an Assassin's Creed setting or something.
So
Jeez.
even the little coins they had, so even if you protect their secrets, they die. And then of course there's this one guy who's the leader of the Spanish Armada fleet. He somehow survived that attack by Godzilla when Godzilla destroyed the Armada. And it tells you the reason why the Spanish Armada, why they was chancing Sir Francis Drake. Because Sir Francis Drake is responsible for the death of his daughter and his wife, who were in this the other boat that's coming through, and the boat was sunk. So Zach, I hope you like lobster. Get giant lobster in here.
Giant lobsters.
Yep. Basically, if you love Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Land of the Lost, or Journey to the Center of the Earth, it's just a fun book. And they figured out where the treasure is. Freaking Godzilla's cave. He has all the treasure that the Queen Elizabeth wants. So in this cave with him. So he's basically Smog. No. Yeah. And there's a plan to basically to get Godzilla. They're like, well, if we can get Zali out there, the only way he's gonna do that, and to get the treasure, is have him fight the giant lobster. So they get, because that's their goal, is basically to get steal the gold, get out of there.
I've seen this movie. This was a scene from Moana. I've seen this.
Yeah, so here's cover A on the left, and then here's the cover I got here. And then there was one other cover, but like I said, it's not the most complicated book, but it's straightforward to you and knows what it is. It doesn't try to be anything else. And then here's the other cover they had. So by showing the other monsters, I'm curious to see where this is going to go, because this is like Pirates of the Caribbean with Godzilla, King of Monsters, man. All right. And then I do have some back issues I gotta show off real quickly. A couple. Zorro, number 6 from the Marvel Comics.
Nice.
Yeah, I did not know that Marvel had their own Zorro book. So that's kind of cool. I was gonna try reading some of those. I've been reading the Dells. The Dells are really good. All right, and then I got my book finally came in from Kickstarter. My Naughty and Nice Meet Red Sun and Vampirella. So comes with a bunch of trading card stuff. Here, so
which one of the boys was involved in this that we know?
Joe Corallo, I thought, wasn't he?
Is Drew part of this?
I can't remember. Oh yeah, it might have been. Yeah, I think it might have been Drew. But it has a poker chip, double-sided. Can't exactly remember. Yeah, they finally got it. They had a delay because once they got everything done, Dynamite said, "Whoa, remember we told you we could do that? Now you got to make the changes. You can't do that now if you want to, continue." And I was like, I just like the part. I'm like, just freaking punch the guy and print it off. Who gives a shit? I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a coaster.
Looks like one.
Yeah, it's weird. Looks like stickers. Yeah, so Naughty and Nice stickers. A lot of cool stuff in here. I didn't realize I was getting all that stuff. I was like,
that is some Matt Weldon. I recognize that art style.
That's right away.
He does the curves like none other.
Some trading cards.
That's more Matt Weldon art style.
The one. And because, well, why not? They give you a bookmark. So, and then here's the postcard. So, not a postcard, but a normal size though. So I can open up if you guys want to look at the art. Yeah. Nice.
Yes,
crack.
Mark. Lots of cake.
Oh yeah, of course it's cake, man. Lots and lots of cake.
Hope you're not lactose intolerant.
There you go. Yeah, I can't remember who actually does the interior art. Is it Wilden? Or did he just
Part of it looks like Matthew Weldon. It looks like they change artists halfway through, maybe.
Yeah, I did 7 through 16. Sajad Shah. Then you have Mark Michaels, Jacob Bear does finishes. Bobby Bree doing the background art assistance. So there you go. Here's some more Wilden art.
Great song mentioned there on Dead. One of the best.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
Undead was talking about, I guess, the art. He was talking about
Fat Bomb Girls.
Great song.
Hey, Risey, what's up?
What's up, Risey, man? Lurking, you stalker. Yeah, so.
Yeah, see, that's a different artist right there.
Yeah, that's it continues. Like, but like I said, overall, I already had the digital. I already read some of it. I think the digital file comes with it too. But you gotta say though, it was actually pretty cool. So now, is it the best? Well, it's not horrible. I know Dolan did. I'm not sure how much Dolan worked on it.
If it was the best, you would have had it above Godzilla.
Well, no, because it's not. It's an old book. It's not
okay.
It's not like it's part of the thing.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So that's for that. And then, all right, real quickly, then I'll get here. All right. So I found this at the shop today. This is the 4th printing. Son of the Demon. For those who don't remember what the story is basically Ochalia is revealed to basically have been pregnant. It's basically what the original. It's like it's almost like the DC's version of the Spider Girl almost birth. They decided to go basically at the end. Talia says that she had a stillborn. She didn't get miscarriage.
Didn't she date rape him? Like Rufium?
I don't really know because I haven't read the book that much.
I know Nightwing got taken advantage of.
That was that the comics or was that? But
that was in the comics, yeah. I don't remember which one. It wasn't Chuck Dixon's.
It was like Nightwing 80 something 90 something's Tarantula was the character.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that dude. Oh.
No.
Oh.
No, that would have been in Tom Taylor's Nightwing.
So
that's a whole different.
I saw the interior in this, and I was just like, dude, I just.
That's not bad.
Is that Jerry Bingham?
Yep, Jerry Bingham. Yep, with Mike Wire. Batman created by Bob Kane. It says no Bill Finger. But like I said, I love this early art and stuff like this. And it's one of the reasons I picked it up because of the fact that you don't see these older trades that often. At least I personally do not see them that often. Right. And then that's on my other I got
You're probably right about that, Mark. Because I'm sure Devin fantasized that she was the tarantula.
Devin Grayson was obsessed with him. All right. So my other Batman book, I picked a trade.
I'm not positive that that's her legitimate last name. She might have changed it.
Probably to be because she's married to. No. Damn. Anyway, Dark Knight, Dark City. I really never even read this before. So it's Peter Milligan, Jim Aparo, Kieran Dwyer is on this too. Mike DiCarlo.
What issues does that cover?
Does it see it back here? Reprinting Batman in 452 through 454, and Detective Comics 629 through 633. Yep. Kevin Dwyer was on Action Comics, Jim Aparo from Batman Nightfall, and Tom Mandrake from The Spectre. Basically, the Riddler has always been above. It says in the back here, the Hour of the Bat. Riddler has always been above an average criminal, but he's never managed to outwit the world's greatest detective. With his latest caper, however, something has changed. The clever, exuberant Edward Nimber has turned vicious and bloodthirsty, leaving bodies strewn in his wake. His new menace kidnaps 4 innocent babies and leads Batman through a labyrinth of grim trials to rescue them. What purpose could he have for such cruelty? As the Dark Knight is about to find out, the Riddler has discovered a dark secret trapped between the city streets, an unearthly entity brought into the world centuries ago that threatens to destroy both villain and hero alike. Yeah, like I said, I love these early trades. I hope these are gonna be good. I'm gonna read these. Hope these are good because I hear that Batman's kind of hit or miss with some of the stories, but I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Can't be any worse than what's been going on lately with him.
All right.
No, that's one thing. You say what you will about Batman in the 90s. They might not have all been great, but there was never anything that would make you go, why the hell am I wasting my money?
Yeah. All right. So, wow, Zach, because I basically got all the trades for half off. So I got all these for under. I got all these. I'm showing you the trades for under $50. They're like $43 total. So I saw this, and I figured, you know what? Stephen Grant, it's Mike Zeck, and John Beatty. It also has Joe Duffy and Michael Vosberg. Marvel Comics presents Punisher. So, I'm not sure if it says on the inside exactly what issues it covers, but let's say in the back at all. But
it sounds like the first 5-issue miniseries before the first series, because that was Grant and Zeck.
Yeah. Punisher, Circle of Blood. So that might be yeah, so
that might be the miniseries in the first 10 issues of the first series, because that's in a different printing than the Epic Collection, which is basically the same thing.
Because they show in the back covers.
Yeah, that's a 4 and a 4-issue miniseries, and then there's a 5th issue.
Yep, which is included in here too as well. Yeah, so yeah, and it's like I said, it's one thing you always want to hope that when you get a trade from somebody else, it doesn't stink like like them, their house. But this actually was actually pretty good. It just what it smells like. Kind of like vinegar a little bit.
I'll tell you, when that miniseries came out, man, it's hard to explain to people that weren't around that the 80s were the last truly masculine decade, because that was right after, I think that was like Arnold movies were the king of the box office, and then you have this, and so the comics were it was just a good time.
So, and because it's hot right now, and because I never really collected before, kick ass.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Never read an issue.
1 through 8. So, I wasn't the biggest fan of the art. No, but
it's John Romita Jr.
Thank you for telling me why I wasn't the biggest fan of the art. Yeah.
Just in case you forgot.
Right? And it's like trick or treat. Literally, when I open the book, it's like, the hell? She's like, what, 8, and he's like, what, 12?
I thought it was older than 12. I thought it was like...
I don't know. I'm just guessing by how they're drawn. It's hard to tell. All right, and, well, the last one I got, last book in old trade I got here, was a hardcover. It collects all of it, 1 through 6, as well as the dossier, and alternate version. Basically, okay. This is Wanted. So
that I did not read. I didn't read Wanted.
It is a very, very, very
movie.
Very, very fun book.
Wasn't too impressed with the movie. I'm sure I probably would have liked the comic more.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, getting to see
Zach, you didn't like the movie?
Not too much.
Must have been great.
Maybe. Hey, this was a long time ago. I only saw it once, and that was in theaters. That would have been back in 2007, maybe 2008, somewhere around there. So I was young and dumb. I didn't know anything. So maybe it is good, and I just didn't recognize it. I didn't recognize the greatness, maybe.
I thought it was really cool because, especially when I forgot about this. Basically, what they did I can't remember, in the movie, was his best friend having sex with his girlfriend?
I thought it was a coworker.
And this one is his best friend, and he's really drawn to. He's got hair's messed up here, but as you see him later on, he'll get the diamond, earring, and then he has the shaved yellow. They really make him look like Eminem. They don't even try to hide it.
Yeah, I remember that. He looked more like Eminem, and then his mentor, is it Fox?
Yeah.
Looks more like Halle Berry, but then in the movie, it's Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, which was really weird. It's like they couldn't get those.
Yeah. You couldn't get Eminem and Halle Berry. You had to get James McAvoy.
This was the other thing.
Angelina Jolie.
See, this was the other thing too. It's like, it was real. I was reading about this. This is before we get the big game. Is like they show you the trophies they have, and there's like the thing,
the big red cape. Yep.
The big red cape. So.
That's right. Yeah, Chris Pratt was in that movie, Mark. That was like before he made it big.
See?
Yeah.
We could make a weight joke on that one, but we won't. Before Chris Pratt made it big.
But there you go. Here's yeah, it's like somebody really likes Halle Berry and Eminem. Used to being together. That was kind of funny. But yeah, that's it for this week for me for books. Like I said, these were half off. I got all these books right here. These here. $450.
Nice. Hey Zach, do you have the game on in the background?
Do I?
Yeah.
No.
Mahomes just threw a pick six, bounced off a receiver, 50-yard return. Lions are about to tie the game. That's how he's celebrating our boy getting $275 million today. See that?
No, I did not see
Burrow,
that.
5,275.
Dang.
Yeah, so what that means is the Bengals will be an average team because he's making all the money.
Well, good for him, man. Nice work if you can get it. Wow.
Yeah, but if, I don't, I think, wouldn't you rather make 30 or 40 million a year and compete for a Super Bowl every year than make 60 and be 9-7?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, and the more average the Bengals are, the better. Go Steelers.
Gee, so I'm sure you root for Goliath too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Only when it was Clint, not Hank.
Oh, God, not that Goliath. Oh, gosh.
No, the only time I've rooted for Goliath is because I didn't like Kit. So Goliath had to win.
So, did you ever live in any geographic proximity to Pittsburgh?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Because I noticed, they've got a lot of fans that have never been anywhere near Pennsylvania, and I'm wondering if there's like one of those teams. I mean, yeah, I've got nothing.
I've lived up there since 1971, except for 4 years in the Navy and a couple years in LA. And I became a fan of Steelers because of the Steel Curtain.
Yeah, so I loved him in the 70s. I personally, I think, I'm not a big fan of him now because I think, Mike Tomlin, I love him as a coach, but like when, the last time they played the Bengals in the playoffs, he had his players do a bunch of shit that they got away with, and the Bengals got nailed for doing the same stuff. And that I hate that.
Yeah.
But
you know what I hate?
I hate it because we didn't get away with it too.
You know what I hate more than that is
sports talk during a comic stream.
No, no. Worse than that is how horrible baseball is becoming. Of all the new rules and stuff, and people calling it like I forgot what team it was, but the guy on the second baseman or shortstop. Oh, basically the rule is he's not allowed to step back on the grass. When they positions, basically he was shifting positions. They called that, and like it's just so petty that that's even a rule. And I think the umpire called it, but the thing is that you watch the video, the guy never even went on the grass.
The problem with it, the reason why that came about was they were shifting on 150 hitters, and it was dragging games out way longer than they needed to be. So they the problem is though, you can work around that, and the players have already figured out how to do that. But maybe what baseball doesn't have that football has?
Cheerleaders? Oh no,
the Black National Anthem before games.
Wait, they still do that?
They did that tonight.
Really?
Apparently the crowd booed.
Good.
I was gonna say, are the players actually stand with their hands over?
No, I think they're standing again.
Good.
Yeah, well, you can't kneel for the Black National Anthem, don't you know?
Hey, I would. That'd be the first person doing it, just because.
I'm surprised there's no crazy lady out there with hitting him in the kneecaps, forcing the kneel.
Okay, so I take it since I'm full screen, you're wanting me to go?
I just love your lovely, your complexion, everything.
Yes, it is. I mean, how could you not fall in love with?
And you haven't changed the shirt from.
Do you exfoliate?
Sure.
Yeah.
I did put this on about like 10 minutes before the thing. I only usually wear it during this.
I mean, if you decide to wear that for a whole week, that's up to you. I can't smell the BO from the shirt.
No, I've obviously washed my clothes since then, but I just made an order today, and there will be a new shirt next week because I love. It's a great shirt that I just ordered.
It's like Bruce; he's got about 30 of those hanging in the closet.
Yes, and I have the same body, so I can afford to wear that shirt. Yeah. All right, I have 6 this week, so I'm going to do top 6. And then, so I'm going to start with the best of the week. I hope you noticed the sarcasm on that one. This chunked.
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody is on Chip Zdarsky's jock, because if this stuff is any indication of his other writing, he's a horrible writer.
Go to League of Comic Geeks. Look at the numbers of how many people rated it. Sorry, when he first jumped on there, it was crazy, and then immediately just started spiking downwards. Came back up for the 900th Legacy anniversary, and then really dropped down. Now it's even. I said last time I checked it, it was very low. It's
now it's at 192 out of 267 liked it. It has an average rating of 3.4.
Yeah, Bloom's coming off of the Zdarsky Rose. He started terrible. He had a 5-year stretch where he was really, really good.
Yeah.
And now I think the problem in the first time around was he thought he was funny. He's not. But he's also one of those anti-capitalist guys, and it showed up in Daredevil, and here it is again. I mean, Tom Taylor would be proud of this storyline.
The only thing I can say I'm proud about this book is you remember that freaking Damien would stick up for his father because Damien knows that Bruce is right and Selena's a bitch.
Well, yeah. So he wrote 2 characters out of a shitload, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, if we don't find out that somebody's behind the scenes manipulating everybody, including Catwoman, then this is a shit book.
Zach, there was one.
It is a shit book. So and also just the math doesn't work. All right. So they're getting all the henchmen to become what do you call them? Cat burglars. The crime is down 75%. So there's still no murder, rapes, all this other stuff going on.
Right.
Yeah, Zach.
Yeah,
there's a scene in there where Damien he's talking to Bruce. He notices a hand. He's like, "Dude, there releases smog or smoke out of your glove. I want one." He's like, "Damien, no."
And then, I don't know. I don't read Nightwing, but isn't Nightwing a billionaire still?
Well, unless he's giving it all away.
No, actually, no, he did.
Yeah, that's true.
Alfred gave him the money, and he gave it away.
Oh,
that was
okay.
Money bad.
Because I was going to say, why would he be agreeing with ripping off the rich if he was still rich?
Oh, Vandal Savage now owning Wayne Manor.
That's actually kind of funny. I like that.
Just burn it down again, please.
Okay, then so number 5, Peacemaker Tries Hard. It's actually been kind of an entertaining book. I don't know if any of you have been reading it, but it's not that bad. 4, Survival. Has anyone been reading this?
I read the first issue and I didn't go back for it.
Well, this is the last issue, and they basically they set it up to continue on in a volume 2 or something like that. It's got Russians and Chechens and vampires and all this other stuff. It wasn't that bad. I don't think I'm gonna get the next part because reasons.
Yeah, I remember that in the first issue. Like, there's a lot of gore in this. People were getting shot or just torn from limb to limb. I was like, it's usually something that appeals to me is dismemberment.
Well, that's a cool thing to have in comics. Is dismemberment. You get
right. I know
dismembered here all the time. They go.
It's a lot more clean than doing it in real life.
People get dismembered up here all the time because they go and fuck with wild bears and moose and stuff like that.
That's not true. We all know. We've heard about the guys with the wood chippers up there.
Okay. All right, and then
Zach doesn't forget the movie reference.
All right, so this is going to be it. Number 3, only because I haven't actually technically read this one yet. Because I've read the first 2. I wanted to go back and read the first 2 to be able to continue on this one because I read the first page and I was just like, I don't remember what's going on, which is probably a bad sign. I mean, I know the basic story, but I want to go find the other 2, read them, and then get to that one. So I can probably be disappointed like you, Nathan.
Yeah, I've noticed that with certain books, I'm excited for, and usually when I put a book off, and I'll get to it. And sometimes I'm like shocked. I'm like, holy crap, why didn't I just read this earlier? And other times it's like, there's a reason why I kept putting it off because it's not that great.
Okay, number 2, Moon Knight. Pretty good. It's got a little trippy, in there with all the very crowded inside of people's heads and drinking bodily fluids. But it's still, I put that in the top 3 Marvel series that I read. Well, there's only 3 of them that I read, but that the Immortal Hulk and Blade. But
you're reading X-Men. You're reading probably the new Incredible Hulk.
No, I don't. I'm not reading the X-Men. It's Hulk, Blade, and this. And then number 1, it was a blind buy. Hunt for the Skinwalker. It is supposedly based on a true story. You know what the Skinwalker Ranch is? Have you seen that thing on like a History Channel? You heard about that?
I think I read up on this book. I just never got into it. But it's based not a real life events, but it's kind of like a documentary series. With this guys.
It's like that. It's a ranch that has like UFOs, all these weird
werewolves,
goings-ons, and the owners sell it to these paranormal people, which we'll call on later. But it's kind of weird. But I like that type of stuff.
When I saw this, I saw the synopsis for that. It says supposed to be aliens in it. So it was like it says Skinwalker. He didn't say aliens. No, quit changing the theme.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that kind of weirded me out was Skinwalker. That is
a werewolf,
werewolves, basically horror. And then you do see a wolf in there that you're like, okay, that's a big wolf. Okay, that's probably the Skinwalker. But then they said they have all these like UFOs and shit showing up. I'm like, okay, Skywalker Ranch. Okay, yeah, not Skywalker Ranch, but Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, Skywalker Ranch. Probably, I think it does.
Skywalker. That's a different ranch altogether, where there's a bunch of really weird stuff going on. But
it also involves little green men and blue milk.
And then I did get a couple of trades. I saw this. It was half price.
Yep, Netflix show. Nice.
Yeah, and I didn't realize the Netflix show, but I thought it was half price, and so I picked it up. Then actually it said on their Netflix show, so I started to watch the first episode last night after reading the first part of the show, the first book. It's pretty good. Did I show you that I got this?
No, but I think that's the one that we a couple years ago.
Yeah,
first issue was alright. Second issue was kind of not that great. They kept changing. The problem is that they kept switching out the creative team. So it's like you start off with one I like, and then you go to like Tom King or I forgot who the.
It's an anthology.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, I'd rather have the same 3 creative teams instead of me just giving you all the crap. I get the good one, and then it's like the rest are like 9% bad. But
you found more good in it than I did.
Yeah, I quit after the second issue though. Don't you remember?
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did too. But yeah. And then here's something that I saw yesterday or Wednesday. And when I came up to counter with it, they said, we figured you'd get this.
Joe Biden's diary?
Yes. Oh. His daughter's diary. I want to read about all the sex. In the shower scene. But yes.
Is that the Rachel Ziegler story?
That'd be. I want that
She's
to be
the
a
Snow White actress.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
It'd be called we call it the sniffing. And
yes.
She's growing up with Biden in the house, and she's like, she hears a creep from the outside. She's in the shower, and she looks around. He's like, creeps in the door.
Yeah.
Turns around, he's just there, just sniffing her, and he's gone.
But yeah, I saw this, and it's just like, I think this completes the set. This is the whole thing. So I have the other 2, and then this is the only one I haven't read. Not that really bad. And then I was at my used bookstore the other day.
Razor Blades.
Yes.
James Tinian, Steve Fox, I think it's.
Yep. And it's hardback.
Come on.
Yep. I did that just because I knew that was going to be coming.
It's going to become a trope.
Yes, and I look forward to it. I got it for $25. So it's pretty much half price. And I hope it's good.
Well, the good thing is that if you do really like it, you got hardcover, you know. And if
It's
you
my
don't like it,
girlfriend right there.
and if you don't like it, you spend your money on a hardcover instead of getting a soft cover. You could have spent less.
And that's me this week. I don't have that much, but
All right, Mr. Breen.
Go to Zach.
All right. Technically, you're closer to me than Zach is.
Why am I up here? Golly, I'm supposed to be the wrap up. People see my face, they're like, okay, we can leave now.
You really are turning it. You are turning into Gerald Day. I like that little shirt you're wearing now.
This is actually super comfortable. I need to buy more shirts from the store. This is a really nice shirt.
Do they sell those right next to the Katharine Hepburn hats?
So, what is the wine of the week?
I didn't have one. I had a Strawberry Crush soda earlier today.
We were joking because he's pretty much my Gerald A on the Crowder. Pretty much this is going on.
I'm gonna tweet at him and ask him for a custom etched wine glass.
Strawberry what now?
Strawberry Crush.
Is that a wine?
It's a soda.
Okay. Have you had a Dr. Pepper Zero cream soda yet?
No, I had one once, never again.
Awesome.
Didn't they have a
The
Dr.
regular
Pepper
sugar cream sodas are amazing.
So I don't know if this is real, but I saw a Dr. Pepper Cool Ranch flavored.
Okay,
That's
when you start making them after food,
they did that with Mountain Dew.
It's bad enough that Oreos has more flavors than Baskin fucking Robbins. Yeah, Dr. Pepper does not need to as well.
The cream soda is pretty good. Mountain Dew does have a hot and spicy Dorito flavor, which I do not recommend.
But I will say,
for God's sake, why?
Get the late night the taco look.
Okay, now that's different. Those are
good.
chips.
That looks tasty. Yeah. Hey, first of all, I haven't read this yet. I just got it in the mail today. I hadn't had a chance to read it, but just Thinkman showed his off.
A cease and desist?
This is my cease and desist. No, I got my naughty and nice red Sonia Vampirella.
You got the LA cover. I was like,
I got I got all the goodies in here too.
Yeah.
So
wonder if you got the same poker chip. Probably everybody got the same.
I
one.
did actually. I got a poker chip.
Yeah, it's the red one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope there's like poker inside the actual story. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless to have a poker chip.
Poker chip.
I bet they're not trading baseball cards in the issue either, but you got trading cards.
That's true.
Well, they are actually.
All right, Breen. I hope you have some flavor of apple handy because here's my top 5 of the week. Starting, Fantastic Four.
Okay, it's at 5. I'm not gonna give you apples. If it was higher up, then I would speak.
I only had 5 books. They were all enjoyable.
I'm sorry,
but Breen, can you please make the noise? So, geekies, if you're wondering what that is that in our readings, whenever someone falls, you hear Breen's interpretation of Alicia falling.
This was a fun book. I enjoyed this. This is the thing. He wakes up in the middle of the night to find him and this dog that's been bothering him, and they're falling down this hole. And he thinks it's the mole man, but it's not the mole man.
It's the mole man.
It is not I, the mole man.
It is a lesser known, or maybe it's a brand new villain. I'd never heard of him before. His name was the Miracle Man.
His actually his first appearance was Fantastic Four #3.
Oh, okay. So
and then he appeared again, I think, in 138, and then in an annual.
I, the Miracle Man. This is my miracle whip.
Joshua Ayers, the Miracle Man. What he's trying to do
Doctor Strange's opera cape.
Yeah, he really did. He's trying to steal some tech from Mr. Fantastic, so he puts the whole team in these illusions and bins. Just happens to be he's falling down this giant hole, and he's got this little dog with him. And the dog helps him figure out when he thinks he's won, but he's still wondering what's going on. The dog helps him out. I love how
Perch showed some art for that. He showed like the There's some weird art in it, but like to be fair though, people also showed Parch. It was they told Parch about this. They're showing you.
I saw that. I saw that
The
picture,
art-
the one you're talking about. Yeah.
There was one that looks funky, but like the other ones looks good. So I guess the art like it changes.
That see, the Mark Millar run where Brian Hitch did the art, it was the same thing. His head was, if you looked at different panels or from different angles, it was the same thing. I think I might have even commented that. But it didn't really bug me. It didn't take me out of the story or anything. It was a good, fun little story.
Perch said, he didn't double down saying, "Oh, it's horrible." No, he actually said like, hey, this is the one I came across, and it's probably one of those things panels you're not supposed to blow up, but it looks really, really weird.
Yeah, it was a full page panel.
Does that dog hang out with Flurkin, the cat from Captain Marvel, or
no, not yet?
Okay, well, I'm waiting for that crossover.
Yeah. So apparently, Pinball doesn't remember Miracle Man in season 2 of the RPG.
I don't remember half the characters. Marania just dumps the whole load of villains in there. Give us like the 66 Batman, where it's like Joker has a whole bunch of thugs, or Riddler has thugs.
Excuse me, they don't have thugs anymore. Catwoman rehired all of them.
Yeah, that's like Catwoman rehiring those thugs. She hires them. They work for her. They're allowed to basically operate crime in her city as long as they get. She gets private.
Why are we talking about Catwoman?
Because even that's better than talking about Ryan North writing anything.
But his book was good.
No, it wasn't.
Here we go. Fire and Ice.
You actually bought it.
Get out. Get the whole bushel, Venkman.
Hold on. First, I just
thought that would get him.
Oh, look. It's Zach's books for the week.
And yes.
Yep, there it is.
Wow, an apple and a big pile.
I saw a video of him, and it wasn't even from you or anything, but I saw a video of him and some girl, and the girl was wearing a shirt, or he was wearing a shirt, like, do you spit or do you swallow? It was the dumbest, most scripted thing I'd ever seen in all wrestling clips ever.
Yes.
So I was like, hey, that's that guy who spits the apple.
Did you ever watch Glow on Netflix about the...
I thought about it. I thought about watching it. I never got around to it.
He and the guy from Fox News at Tyrus, they both they play brothers of one of the girls on the show. They're in a handful of the episodes of the first season.
This is not the Gong Show, Mark.
It'd be really funny if it was. All right, so here's what I'm going to say. All right, the art and the interior art, it's not super. I earlier this week, I thought it kind of looked similar to Michael Cho. That's a disservice to Michael Cho.
Margaret Cho, maybe.
But the story, I didn't mind the story. The story, I was able to get through it, and the art.
Booster and Blue. It's basically Blue and
Stop!
Gold.
It's my turn. No, I'm just kidding.
My turn.
The moment. No, it is pretty much Booster Gold. Here, Fire is trying to be Booster Gold, although Ice isn't so much Blue Beetle as she's just
but she's still the straight character.
I guess so. She's more the straight man or straight woman. That's terrible. Anyway, that was bad. There were some genuinely enjoyable parts here. I did
seeing Martha Kent just randomly appear and then her cursing out Superman.
I was gonna say that I liked Superman showing up and stopping a giant fight between Fire and King Shark. I actually enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty funny.
To be fair though, Fire had actually hired King Shark to come in.
Fire put a challenge out on social media, and King Shark saw because what happens is at the end of the book, Fire's like, well, I'll just pay somebody, and that actually sounds like the next issue will be fun because she calls up someone. She's like, look, you want to make a quick buck? Let me beat you up, and I'll record it. And on the other end of the line, you find out it's Ambush Bug, and he's like, lady, I will pay you to beat me up and record it. It's pretty funny.
Ambush Bug wasn't that bad. He wasn't running a character. It was kind of cool. Yeah, art could be a lot better.
The art could be, yes.
But story-wise, I would say if you want to do a Blue and Gold thing, story like this, bring in the boys.
I like Fire and Ice though. I want to read Fire and Ice. I just got done reading Blue and Gold, and I just saw Blue Beetle, so I'm not.
They're running a
for
Justice
Blue
League.
Beetle.
They're basically running a Blue and Gold book without Blue and Gold, and
It's
it's
fine.
like, it's just at that point.
I like Fire and Ice. We had a Blue and Gold miniseries. Let me enjoy my Fire and Ice miniseries.
I like Fire and Ice too, but only when Pat Benatar sings it.
God, I thought you were going to say the Ralph Bakshi movie.
No, nobody likes that.
That would have been more on point for you. All right, number 3 is Shazam. Number 3. This ship is bananas. Is this the same colorist that it's been? The colors seemed dimmer, kind of, than in the past. I don't know if that's like just to set a tone.
Zach, I don't see color. I just see people.
Okay. Anyway, now this did seem a little bit more serious. Or maybe, like I said, the colors weren't as... There was some brightness. There were some colorful moments, but the colors seemed a little bit dimmer. Maybe that's meant to go along with the tone of the story. But overall, I enjoyed it. It's been a while. It's been, what is it? Has it really been 2 months since Shazam number 2?
Yeah.
God, I feel old now. But yeah, this was good. This was interesting. What's that, Breen?
No, it's hearing you say I feel old.
Well, I mean,
that's why I'm going to give you the Super 70s Lawrence Welk beat.
So this
a
is
1 and a 2 and a fuck you.
This is your number 3 or number 2?
Number 3.
All right, so your number 2.
I like more than this.
Your number 2 is Moon Knight.
Why do you spoil things for people?
Because I saw your reaction when I showed the Justice Society.
This was good. I dug this.
I thought you had a can of the Morton Silk.
I got my Dr. Pepper Zero cream soda.
No, this was really good. I didn't know what so much to expect. I knew Hunter Moon was going to be a part of it. I really liked the whole them going inside of somebody's mind to find out information, and then once they're inside the mind, the way that they use that space to use their powers or personalities or whatever. I thought that was really, really cool. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, because the main villain's Vibro was being recruiting.
It was Vibro was the villain they were trying to get the information from. But then like Moon Knight splits his personalities up. So while Moon Knight himself, while he's fighting, like Jake and Steve are like interrogating or questioning the person they're trying to get information from. I thought that was really cool. And then also just the twist at the end on this informant that they're questioning, that twist I didn't see coming. I thought that was really neat. And now we're getting like this big threat coming to New York. It kind of reminds me of Arrow season 1, actually.
Coming to New York?
You remember?
Hey.
Manhattan.
New York!
New York, Manhattan.
New York, Manhattan. I really liked it a lot. And then it ends on kind of like a cliffhanger, kind of. Really enjoyed Moon Knight.
I was the opposite.
By the way, Zach, I'm sorry, that New York thing we started to do, that's something we do on our readings. It's I realize that might be you're not familiar with that anymore, but
wasn't I at one Friday? I thought I was at a reading. I don't know.
Well, speaking of, are you going to be here tomorrow?
Remember something for that long?
Sure. Are you going to be here tomorrow for the readings?
The second one, yes. The first one depends on when I get back from work.
Son of a...
What's the first one?
Superboy.
What time is it for? Is it for 7?
Yeah, 7:15.
I should be back by then.
I was going to let you be Superboy.
Oh no, that's the ugly Superboy costume. I don't want to.
Well, geez, fine. You can only show up for the second reading then.
Wow. Wait. You're gonna turn down a role because the comic book character has an ugly costume in your mind. You, who wears Katharine Hepburn's hat, are gonna criticize someone else's fashion sense.
Lots of people besides Katharine Hepburn wear straw hats.
I just want to say,
Cam Newton. What's your point?
I just want to say though, you think it's only the hat? He's probably got the dress, the heels, and everything.
No, wow, that you're gonna back me up.
Which is all right though, if you want to do that though.
Hey, yeah, no judging here.
I mean,
we'll judge your taste in comics, but never your taste in dress.
You'll never be oppressed at all because you'll be identified as a woman.
Okay. Wow, I'm gonna need
Reverse
something
psychology.
stronger than water. Number one book, to nobody's surprise, I'm sure, is Justice Society of America. This is the first time since reading this relaunch that it felt like reading one of his older issues. It even starts with like a little introduction thing at the beginning, like in World War II, a group of mystery men became superheroes, and like that goes back to his original run.
One of them carried spoons.
This artist Santucci, I like him. I like him more than Michael Janin, honestly.
Anger Man.
Yeah, I really dig it, and plus it just matches also with the storytelling. Where Courtney's leading all these young kids into this new century. The stuff with Jay Garrick and his daughter was great. I loved it. The stuff with Salem and the new Dr. Fate was great. The Huntress and Power Girl. So also the Huntress and Batman I thought was interesting. I could have probably done without some of it because they did find a little way to sneak in the Batman Catwoman gang war, turf war, whatever.
Well, that's continuity, and sometimes you got to take the bad with
sometimes. Yeah,
I was actually impressed that someone cares enough about continuity to do that. I mean, I can't stand the story that they're referring to, but when you've got 87 Batmans running around, or it feels like it, that they would actually pick one to say is actually a part of something. It's just unfortunate that it's the worst part of Zdarsky's run.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is that he's sending his Helena to New York. Get away from her.
Yeah. Well, New York City is where. God dog it.
New York City.
That's where the JSA is located. So it makes sense that Helena would be there.
I love she basically pointed out, it's like, oh, I tell you who I am and like this, and you just basically like, you don't have wanted to do with me. And he's like, well, it's like, and then I love what she says, well, have fun with New York. Oh, wait, that's the big argument you and Mom get into. Good luck.
By the way, Zach.
Yes.
Did you read the World's Finest Huntress and Power Girl New 52 series?
No, I think I have the first issue from one of these auctions.
You should, because you would. It's the only thing from New 52 that I kept.
Oh,
wow! I'm currently rereading, and I'm about 18 issues in.
That goes into Earth 2, right? At the end.
I remember reading a good chunk of Earth 2.
Yeah, and then at the end it turns into a Batman Superman, but the first 25 or 6 issues are Huntress and Power Girl. And George Perez and Kevin McGuire do the art on the early issues.
Yeah, it's great because Helena poses as the dead Bertinelli. Helena.
Cool. I'll check that out.
She meets Damien along the way. It's
my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
fun. But yeah, this was great. Even the Ladybug moment, I thought was a nice.
Mr. Terrific
added
sidekick.
Mr. Terrific. Yeah, Mr. Terrific's got that new sidekick or that quiz kid.
And the kid's like, nice balls.
Wow.
Is that a callback to the Arrowverse?
No, because this kid's white. I think he's white.
No, the nice balls.
The nice balls. Yeah.
I don't know.
I do have some back issues also that came in. I finally, this is not a jab at E. I know there was some confusion over the shipping, but I finally got a bunch of comics that I won from him over the last several months of auctions. I got some.
Those
Avengers.
are my books.
I got some Avengers with Blastar.
Hey, Pixel Fingers.
Blastar.
Blaster Gallica.
Blastar. There's another one with Stingray and Quasar.
Stingray. Oh. Steve Irwin, watch out.
It's not a tumor. It's
not. It's Tyrak.
I thought it was a tumor.
Yes, not the Tuma.
Tyrak's his henchman.
We got some new Titans.
That's the Wally.
With that Starfire costume you'll never see again. West Coast Avengers.
Who's that supposed to be? Scarlet Witch?
Yeah, that's Scarlet Witch, but she had the short haircut.
Man, it looks like Jan just trying to whore it up with a big needle.
Some more West Coast with Sunfire. I won't show off all.
I thought Sunfire was the Asian guy.
Sunfire is the Asian guy.
Who's the blonde then?
This is Pele.
Pele?
Goddess of Fire. That's Sunfire right there, though.
Yeah.
I got the entire set of Secret Wars 2. So I got that.
Who is the Beyonder? It's me.
He's the guy who wears a polyester suit.
Secret Origins.
Secret Origins. Of
Beyond is a guy with a dark mullet and shoulder pads on his jacket.
Some more Avengers West Coast here with Tigra. I forgot that Quicksilver was on the Avengers West Coast team for a hot minute. So there's this. I really love this cover with Ultron, and then there's Hawkeye, Tiger, and Quicksilver. And then this one with Jim Hammond. I think that's Jim Hammond. He was on the Avengers West Coast
Jim
team.
Hammond. Is it the guy from SNL?
No, he was the first Human Torch.
No.
There's Immortus. There's that Scarlet Witch with the short haircut again.
Oh, wrong Immortus.
And then last but not least, a couple of Defenders with Hellcat.
Hellcat and Dr. Fate and Dr. Sorry, not Dr. Fate. Doctor Strange is basically saying to Hellcat, sorry, I know you have awesome facial hair. Go for the other guy with awesome facial hair.
And this one, Man Thing.
Ugh.
Possessed.
With I saw that in the upper left corner.
He's got googly eyes. Wait, who?
No, she's got curves on the front.
Patsy Walker? Yeah.
He's stacked.
Yeah, yeah, what's his name? The dude that wrote Iron Man. That's how you that's Hellcat. Gary Duggan. Chris Cantwell. I'd forgotten his name. That was like
I was gonna say he's got whoever drew that cover really likes redheads.
As we should all. As so we all should.
No, they should all be race swapped. Every single one.
People who put on TV shows don't like redheads because what do they do from a person who's in the comics with red hair? You know what they do when they put them on TV shows?
I can say if you're gonna swap them out on characters on the movies or TV shows, do it in real life too. Commit to the bit.
I'm just waiting for them to do Tarzan. Is a race switching everybody else?
Yeah.
Do Tarzan.
Wasn't that Ernie Jungle Comics with Black Panther?
No.
I'm done though.
Yeah, no, Zach, show something else.
If you're gonna race that Tarzan, have it be like some Korean or North or East
I'm
Asian.
about a third of the way done with a heater.
Okay.
It's not that cold by you.
The heater. Let's say it's only September. It's barely.
I thought a heater. Well, a heater could be a gun too.
Coffin nail.
Anyway, I don't have anything else to show off. I'm looking behind me and around me. I have nothing of interest to show off. Y'all don't want to see my paperwork.
That's how I was just looking at you. Nothing to show off.
Nothing to. Yep. That's why I said I'm the last one. So when folks see my face, they're like, "Okay, we can go now." This guy didn't have anything.
All right. Senor Breen, are you all set?
More like
no. I just said stall.
More like seeing less.
Let's just stare at Zach for another minute or so, and then I'll be ready.
Well, if we're gonna do that, you might as well just take us off the screen then and just have this pure Zach.
Hello.
We'll just stare in silence, just watching him.
Just into those limpid pools.
Look at those blue eyes.
Come with me to the Casbah.
To the Casbah.
And we will make beautiful music together.
Can rock the Casbah.
Wow, so I've noticed that he has all of the white characters around him. You can see, but you can't see the black characters. He says,
"What are you talking about?"
Head.
The JSAs. Oh,
you're blocking out. Wow, look at that.
I'm right. There we go. Actually, no. There's Jakeem Thunder right there, and then Mr. Terrific is actually
now,
right
okay,
there.
Zach. You know what you have to do now? It's your fingers there, right?
What's that?
You have to put it to your head and go boom.
Here comes the boom, baby.
Just
I need to angle those better. That light just kills it though. You can
yeah,
barely see
we
it.
got some work to do with Zach to get him over to the right side.
That's okay.
I'm on the right side.
It's just,
I've been on the right side for
it's just weird
years.
looking at Zach's room, and then you like look at okay, there's all the kid stuff there, and then you look up in the right corner, like what the hell is that? That's like an office thing.
What kid stuff? No kid can have all this. Well, maybe some, but yeah, that is my office.
Vengman,
This is my office.
That's the calendar where he keeps track of when the next Ryan North comic's coming out.
No, that's the calendar next to it.
Actually, if you look closely on Saturdays and for Fridays and Sundays, it says reminder: do not show for reading.
Not Fridays. Sunday is family day, but Fridays I do try to make it.
It's all about family. Family.
No, Peacemaker tries hard. You don't.
All right.
You just leave us hanging.
We do that and then go. Boom.
I'm letting y'all give some other fresh blood a chance.
All right.
That's what
Ooh, we got our Chevy guy on the screen now.
Yeah, it's any shirt that'll fit this carcass goes into the rotation now.
It's not a carcass yet.
All right.
You look like hell, let me know.
This would be number 6 and wouldn't have made it if my shop had gotten Parker Girls 9, so I could have read Parker Girls 10. But Heat Seeker. All lesbians all the time. Who cares? Next. Number 4. The Sabrina annual. The modern stories are but there's 3 reprints. One of them is the very first Sabrina story. And then 2 from the early 70s, one drawn by Harry Lucy. And Harry Lucy tried to make the characters look as hot as possible, see what he could get away with. And really could have... I would have liked to have seen Harry Lucy do some teen humor type art.
I was going to say, that's Dan Parent on the cover.
Yes.
I'm like, she's pretty curvish, And,
let's say Harry Lucy's been dead for 40 years, so it definitely wouldn't have been his. Number 3, Sheena. We've been over that. I said everybody go out and get this because it's edited by our pal Joe Corallo.
Nice.
I'm kind of upset that he's not listed as an editor in the credits.
He is.
Is he?
It's edited and there's another word to use also. Number 2, Justice Society of America. Zach?
Yes.
You were right. This is the first one that's kind of felt like an actual Jeff Johns JSA book. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but yeah, I think you're right about that. Like I said, I don't know. Once he's gone, and he'll be gone again soon enough. I don't know what lesser writers are going to be able to do with all these characters, all these sidekicks. I don't know if they'll just get memory hold again, or who knows. But for now, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And number 1, Barnstormers.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of cheating because it was actually on digital last year or the year before. But I thought this had a very satisfying ending. I think it's left to you to decide whether they got out alive or not. And I'm choosing to believe that they did, just for the sake of why not. But I definitely recommend that. It was recommended to me, and I'm glad that it was. And I've got a couple back issues that are just sitting here, so I'll show those real quick. Captain America 256. This is the fill-in issue after Roger Stern and John Byrne got pissed at Shooter and quit the book abruptly.
Is he no longer a cop?
He's been not a cop for a while. And since Zach showed a couple Defenders, I figured I would too.
Oh,
Number
nice.
56, where the team is dying of radiation poison and Bruce Banner has to save them before he turns into the Hulk, dooming them. And then number 57, guest starring Ms. Marvel.
Oh, nice.
And it says, I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, but just everyday comics from this era have just more to them than anything that's being done today, even by the good writers. And it's just, they were a different animal back then. And I said this, these were fun. I've forgotten how much fun these issues were. Even the fill-in Cap was very good.
Actually, I was thinking about is that an annual where they have the 50s Cap goes against the normal Cap?
No, they did one where they used a bunch of Captain Americas, I think, in the early 80s, but the main storyline was in the Captain America 151 through 156, where they brought the 50s Cap back.
I was looking for something like that. It'd be kind of cool to have two Captain Americas in one book.
Except for one of them was a tad racist.
Yeah, I remember that.
As long as Zach can show up on a Friday, we have no problem.
I'm appalled.
Are you?
I would be if
I appalled. That was your pixel joke for the evening.
That's it. Ooh, Lions are driving.
Is anyone still alive in the chat? Mark went gong and everybody else went gong.
Mark's gong drove everybody away.
That is true. Is it? Yeah, because it hasn't changed on my StreamYard or my phone. So it's.
Yeah.
Is anybody still here?
Hello, it's
We
me.
left them all in awe.
Yeah, that's it.
That's got to be it.
Or they just had their phones on and just left. Oh, it's hard to focus on the books with the bad ASMR. You mean the Geek Easies feedback? I'm not sure what's going on.
Will you guys have a hard time hearing me or something? Or
No.
I'm not having a hard time hearing you now.
I can hear you. I mean, there is some reverb a little back, but not too bad.
Huh.
So I don't know what you mean by a bad ASMR because no one's whispering.
maybe it's just the voices in his head.
Well, it's Maranya saying this.
Oh, her. Sorry.
Now you're gonna die.
Eventually.
You made the crucial error. Oh, I didn't show this. You might have shown this one, Vickman. I had one of those little trading cards.
Yeah, that's is that still the other guy come up?
That is still Matthew Weldon, yeah.
Yeah, full screen Zach. Get my fat head off of here.
Fine. Hold on a second.
Now we're talking. No. Put Catherine on.
There we go. Let's see if this works. See, it doesn't work with the headset.
Now say
Ding, 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 ding.
Now say you old poo.
I'm gonna be king of the pirates. I do need to get the red.
All I see is Chris Pratt with a straw hat on.
I don't look like Chris Pratt. That's very nice of you to say, but I don't look like Chris Pratt.
Well, I when I say that, I mean like the Andy version.
That's the only version I would be. I'm not going to be like super ripped and jacked Chris Pratt. At least not yet. Give me a few more months of working out. We'll see.
Tuck the strings into the top hat and it would look better.
No, you gotta have the whatever it is.
Now all you need is like sunglasses, a shawl, a novel, and a beach chair, and you're ready to go.
Stand on a ladder next to a ceiling fan and just let the strings just fly and you'll be fine. But all right, I'm trying to doze a little bit.
Yeah.
If anybody hasn't checked out the reading from yesterday, because I know you were like you do readings live on
It
Wednesdays.
didn't go. Yeah, it didn't go live, did it?
We were live.
You were live?
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
were
get a
live.
notification.
Yeah, I got a
thought you-
notification on my phone.
I thought
You know-
y'all were doing it offline.
Do you know what your notification was? Was me saying, "Hey, Zach, are you showing up?" You said no. Pretty much.
Yeah, we were going to, since the Puppet and the Frog were on the fossils last night. We were going to have Gratu read with us, but he forgot and made plans with his wife. So since we were already committed to doing that,
and I forgot he was reading with us, so I didn't even schedule him apart.
Yeah, we left that stream a little early and went live.
Yeah, it's a very fun reading. You got to see Spider-Man reading Spider-Man.
But oh, by the way, I said I watched the videos of his daughter's band, that Hannah Starr and the Teenagers.
Yeah,
they weren't bad. They've been up for like 8 years and they have like 130 views. But it wasn't anything like I was expecting. I thought it would be some kind of like kids running around being like death metal or something, or punk. It was just it was nothing like that. I mean, it actually kind of liked them.
Breen liked it.
He really liked it. He really, really liked it.
Yeah. Breen is like Mikey.
No, that was more of a Sally Fields.
Yeah,
Oh. I was thinking of that commercial.
Mikey. Mikey from Life Cereal.
Yeah, from Life Cereal. Yeah.
49ers just took a lead. I mean, the Lions just took the lead.
I was going to say, that'd be pretty impressive.
Oh, the hell, 49ers.
Nobody expects the 49ers to take the lead.
No, it'd be great if someone hung a loss on Kansas City early.
Yeah, I don't think I would mind too much. They get knocked down a little bit.
Well, I remember last year the Bengals get screwed up on game one by not having a backup long snapper.
Mm-hmm.
That one loss came back to haunt them because with the DeMar Hamlin debacle, they didn't get to finish that game and finished one game behind Kansas City and Buffalo. If they'd won week one, that would have changed the playoff structure. So I said, so any loss that their closest competitors can get is fine with me.
Just remember, Steelers.
Well, I think they'll be pretty good this year.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're. Right. The Bengals are going to be on the top of that division for a while, but because unlike years past, Marvin Lewis was the kind of guy good enough to get you to January, but no further. This team can actually, has proven the last 2 years, it can win in January. What are you doing?
I'm pulling a Gratu. And we're back to the ratings.
Felt like I was on the fossils for a second.
Right.
Yesterday, I got a package in the mail from eBay. I had ordered or bid on a Batman No Man's Land omnibus hardback. I think it was like $47, not shipping, something like that. Comes in the mail. Pop it open. It is Tynion's Rise and Fall of Batman, or Batman family. Have you guys ever had anything like that happen before? Where it's just like I'm supposed to get one thing and they send you the other?
Yeah, I love comics.
Did it have the cover for No Man's Land, but something different on the inside?
No. It was the cover.
I sent you the wrong one. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't even bother opening the plastic because I didn't want people, because I was going to return it. I didn't want them to think that I was trying to pull a fast one, so I kept the plastic on it, just put it right back in the box, and went took a picture of it. And, I wouldn't have minded keeping it, but I have number 2 coming here in a little bit, and I want, I've heard that Joe says that sometimes people will send you the wrong one on purpose, and just hope you don't return it and stuff.
I would look at his comments on him, the reviews, see if this happened to him. If he does it a lot of times, people get the wrong stuff.
Well, the thing says 100%, so I think we may have accidentally switched stuff. I don't know.
Or he's that bad, 100% always wrong.
But I don't know. It's just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It does suck when you don't get what you ordered.
You know what sucks more is when you get what you ordered, but it goes to your ex-wife's house.
I will never have that problem. None of my stuff will go to your ex-wife's house.
That would be hilarious.
Well, not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
I mean, I used to love her when she's 6 feet under.
No, I'm not going to say that.
That was actually written about. They said that it was written about his dog. So, it's still a cool song.
Right? I didn't know the dog could write.
Actually, I do have this girl I'm talking to right now, and she is one upgrade. If I could say that about her, is she likes a lot of. I told you this, Vic, man. She likes the Rebirth Titans run, that Brett Booth and everything. So.
Yep, she told me yesterday.
That's yesterday?
Yeah, she subscribed to the channel.
No, she didn't. Did she really? I know you got the 400.
I think we got there.
Ah.
He's not going to tell you where she was when she subscribed.
Yep. I mean, it wasn't in New York.
It wasn't in Wisconsin.
Or was it?
She'd have to be the Flash.
Well, she did like the Titans run.
Well, she did Flash.
Flash was.
Oh, that reminds me. I don't know what
happened to you too.
No, just the Flash reminded me. One of the books I picked up and I didn't show it, so I forgot that I picked it up. Was Superman Grounded?
You're old enough when I say.
Oh,
the
J. Michael Straczynski thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible.
See, I was thinking
that not good?
What did you guys think of that?
I just said
read
it. Our friend Jimmy loved it.
Jimmy Quirks.
Yeah, and Jimmy has legendarily bad taste.
Jimmy's tastes are worse than mine. Mine are awful.
You will believe a man can walk across America.
See,
yeah, I thought it was just. I love Straczynski is pretty much either or. His Thor was fantastic.
Yeah,
I thought his Spider-Man was dreadful. His Fantastic
Really?
Four was pretty decent. His Superman was dreadful. I not doing a bit here. I not being a Babylon 5 guy, I do not know about that. And I'm hoping this Captain America is better than his Superman and his Spider-Man.
Because I love his stuff. I'm a fanboy. I'll cop to it.
So is Captain America? You can believe a man can kneel for the national anthem.
That's a whole other series that we aren't going to talk about right now. But the thing that kind of annoyed me was it was right off where he decides to walk the country because some chick walks up and slaps him in the face saying, "Oh, my husband died of cancer because of you, because you were gone." He would have died of cancer if he was still there. Superman has to go around curing people of cancer. He never has. So what what's the big thing about that? And he's just like, oh, I'm gonna mope across the country for the rest of the time because of it. The premise was flawed.
Yeah, that sounds like back in, around Civil War II, they had Hawkeye do the same thing. It's like, oh, I'm not worthy to be an Avenger, so he goes driving around the country with
that's good. Well, he
Red
also did
Wolf
kill
and somebody
Bruce.
else. It was called Occupy Avengers. It was like,
Yeah, I love it.
dumb.
He killed the Hulk.
Fortunately, Zach, that didn't happen because that was after 2012.
That was after, right? You're right. That was after 2012 or 2014. Yeah.
Nothing has happened after 2012.
But I'm so sick of this. I guess it's postmodern. Wow, 1st and 15, got the first down on the run. Lions might pull this off. I'm tired of all this. You know, Superman, you failed because you didn't do this, you didn't do that kind of crap. It's just like, yeah, because it reminds me of that Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams, Green Lantern, Green Arrow.
Oh yeah,
where the old black guys lecturing Green Lantern.
You
like,
cared about the green.
Yeah, it's like, well, without me, it doesn't matter because the Earth is a pile of ash.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
what I guess. So that noise in the background, that's Speakeasy. You said you have your TV on? The speakers?
No, it's my sound is coming through my TV. So here, hold on a second. Wait. When I turn my mic off, do you hear anything?
No, but I mean, so I think we're coming through your speakers on your TV, and it's going into your microphone.
That might be it.
Yeah, that's why.
Sorry.
I was trying to figure out what the noise was.
I'll have to. I'll try and get a set of headset before next week.
Zach's got one. Well, Zach's won a wireless one, but Zach's got another one that has a little microphone too.
This is the same one.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I just put it up because I'm using this one. Yeah. I'm not echoing, am I?
No. Only out there by Geek Easy.
No, I think I'm the Taylor Swift of the group. Hey, it's me.
You're the problem.
Yes.
Well, Zach's got the
solution.
It was going to be one of the two of us. So.
I'm just going to say right now, Zach, be careful. Zach might have the solution. The final solution.
As long as we're not referencing the Aussie solution.
Why are you telling jokes that I don't get the references to?
Final solution?
He basically just called you an anti-Semite.
Wow.
Nazis, Zach.
It tracks with all the other jokes that he gets.
Zach, the final solution. Do you not learn history?
Not Nazi history?
No, history is racist, man. History is bad.
That's so weird. You don't know world history, but yet you love Nazis.
I don't. This is okay. We need to start making a disclaimer. You know how you have like your mid thing you flash on the screen? We need a disclaimer. Zach is not actually a Nazi or a racist. This is an inside joke.
No, he's a neo. No.
Oh my
I'm kidding.
If our channel would get nuked, I'd do the viewer alert. Instead of the Gil Kane alert, it's
Gil Kane needs an alert. Hitler doesn't need an alert. He's dead.
Undead says weird.
You know, it's kind of weird. I mean, after all the bad things he did, you realize that he killed himself within like a day of marrying somebody.
Yeah, what a coward.
I mean, that just shows you how bad marriage is.
Well, that's what I want to believe. There's also been reports that he was in Argentina afterwards.
Yeah,
well,
hasn't been proven.
Well, the way our government guys hides everything, I wouldn't be surprised.
You know what? You know what? You bring that up. You make a really good point there.
Conspiracy. That word didn't apparently start existing in the media until JFK.
His head's probably frozen somewhere in a bunker with Walt Disney or something.
No, Walt Disney's the one who's frozen. Did you ever see the Family Guy about that?
No, I didn't see the Family. I saw some other show that made a joke about that.
They always do the cutaways, right? And they made some reference about Walt Disney being frozen, and they have him where they unfreeze him, and he Walt Disney gets up and goes, "The Jew's gone yet?" He goes, "No, put me back under,"
Oh my gosh.
because Walt Disney was this huge anti-Semite.
That's, you know what? I've heard that. I'm not sure if I buy that though. I'm not sure because I've heard conflicting reports on Walt Disney being anti-Semitic.
He's kind of a bad person, from what I hear, but
Oh, the Simpsons had Lennon come back and start the war. But hey, what's up, Eloise? Wow, we've been on for that long because I remember when we first started, she's like, "I'm going to work now." That's bad. But so all right. So since there really isn't any much to do, sorry, Eloise, I know you just got here, but
you woke up Eloise to come to the stream, and
I
now
didn't wake
we're
her
like,
up. She was at work.
She says I should be sleeping.
Yeah, she just got home from work.
Oh,
we're doing our part to put him to sleep. I mean,
that's right. Again, that's what you get when you save me for last, is I lull people to sleep. It's like, oh, Zach's here.
As he drinks the wine, and it says,
I don't drink wine.
2 dropped passes.
From whom?
Chiefs. It's 3rd and 20.
Oh.
wow, 3rd and 20.
$10 says they get it on this play.
you know how hard it is just to get one book. You got to be a good shot. You got to be able to drag it and clean it.
Wow. I don't know what they do. Well, they got a punt, but Mahomes just threw the ball right to a lion, and it went right through his fingers.
Eloise.
That's the game, too.
Eloise throws some information here.
Oh, the Chiefs are down 1, and Mahomes just threw what should have been an interception. But, when you're the best team in football, other teams do crazy things like drop, that was a very catchable pass by the D-back or corner, whatever the hell it is. Now, they've got, right now they're going for it on 4th and 20.
D-back.
Holy shit.
Eloise says it's a lie that Disney was anti-Semite, made up by people because he was Walt Disney was anti-union and anti-commie, which I knew that. He was really big anti-commie.
Oh, now it's 4th and 25. They still going to go for it? They must be out of time.
Oh, I'm anti-union. I hate unions.
All right, so tomorrow at 7:15.
That costume. Get off
hey,
the
that's
screen.
a cool costume. I don't know what you're complaining about there, dude. Yeah, that's a cool costume.
Look, it's Geek Easy. Taste is anathema to Zach.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. And then after that, after we're done with this book, we're going to be jumping right in and then finishing our second part of the story, rolling into Suicide Squad, number 13.
Oh, look at those. Much better costumes.
No bailout calls, 2-minute warning. Kansas City turns the ball over on downs at about the 30.
And what's special about that on the left side where with Batman is I colored the costume gray because it was for some reason it was the same flesh tone as dude's arms, as Rick Flair's arms. So he's pretty much naked.
Wait, so you colored the Batman on the right, the one that's the cover?
The one on the left.
The one on the left where he's getting tackled by...
Yeah, because all he had, because where the gray part was all flesh tone, just like Rick's arms.
Oh, that's weird.
So when we get to the interior art, you're going to see that. It's just so stupid.
So Flag should be saying, I haven't had enough yet, as he tackles Batman.
Yes. All right, so that's the two readings tomorrow. Hope you guys stick around tomorrow. And if you guys want to help with the channel, you can click like, do all the subscribe stuff if you haven't done so. GoFi.com/Puppeteen. Donate $1 or more if you want to help out. We have a monthly StreamYard bill was like $25 or more. And then also, if you want to help us out as well as far as the Marvel reading apps. So, and if you those who at least, hey, in order to choose one of our next readings, all you gotta do is donate $1. So even if a lot of people do not have the funds, so if you at least do $1, that helps with the channel, and you get something in turn. But all right.
Just
If you donate 5 or more, you can maybe get Zach to show up at one of them.
If you donate $5 and you request me on a certain stream, I will appear.
But if you,
hey,
I
tell you $10.
I was gonna say I found here. So here's the solution. Here's the solution here, Zach. Breen's on Medicare. You're a Medicare insurance person who will basically have you show up.
I'm only licensed in Louisiana. I'm not licensed in Kentucky.
$10, and Zach will show up do the hat the whole time with that shirt for $10.
For $20, he'll have the guns out.
For $20, I will have the guns out. I'm
hat.
sure I'll get 1 or 2 creepy viewers from it, but I will make the sacrifice.
And we will full screen Zach the whole entire time.
I did not agree to that. You could full screen me for half the time.
Zach, and then for
you gotta have the book. Wait, you have to have the book on full screen.
And for $30, for $30 donation, Zach will wear the hat, have the guns out while eating a cup of bowl rice.
That's racist. But I do like rice, so I'll do it. Oh, goodness gracious.
It's only if you start doing the accent. Oh, I don't like rice.
I haven't gotten $30 for doing something since the last time I was under the bridge.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that, man. That was just between the two of us.
We always save that for the other channel. It just organically came up. I had to, yeah.
All right, I'm fading out his this. We're gonna end this right here. So we'll see you guys tomorrow at 7:15 p.m. Central for the first reading, and then however long that takes, and then we'll be going back for the Justice League International versus the Suicide Squad Part 2 in Suicide number 13. It's been a few months since we read the Suicide Squad number 13, or I mean not Suicide, but Justice International 13, which was the first half of that story.
It has. It's been like a year. It feels like.
All right, kids.
Later.